Give us your name, rank, and branch of service.
Phillip Frank Drum. I was a corporal in the Army, and
Okay. What was your area of expertise? Did you have one?
well, I started out at Fort Bliss, Texas, in the anti-aircraft artillery, and I went to gun mechanic school there, and which is another 8 weeks after the first 16. And I got orders for Far East Command. Then I went overseas.
Okay, alrighty. And where originally, where were you assigned?
I was signed. You're really not assigned until you get there. They don't tell you anything.
Okay. Where did you go to? Where were you at? For instance, boot camp wise.
I was at Fort Bliss,
Okay.
Texas,
Okay. Alrighty.
and it was 16 weeks
Okay.
training,
Okay. And then you had the 8 weeks on top
and then
of that.
added 8 weeks in the gun mechanic school. General gave me a diploma and everything.
Okay. And then you were deployed to.
Far East Command.
Okay.
And there you don't know where you're going until you get there.
Okay.
And what happened was I left just after Thanksgiving in '52, and I went to Tacoma, Washington to Fort Lewis. And I went on a ship there. I was there probably close to 2 weeks. It rained 13 days, and the ship was a Marine Lynx,
Okay.
and was 17 days across to Japan, to Tokyo, and I don't think I was there a day, and I was put back on the ship, and then they told me I was going to Korea,
Okay. Alrighty. Okay.
and it 2 days to get to Korea.
Okay. Alrighty. What was once you got to Korea, what was the toughest situation that you faced?
Well, a lot of tough spots. When I got there, they put me on a train to go to, I was in Busan, that's where I landed, to a place called Chuncheon. I had no idea where it was. And the train was not heated. The John was a straight hole down on the tracks.
My.
I mean, it was cold. Now this was in November. Well, when I got there, that was December. And in fact, I spent Christmas on the ship. And I got to Korea on New Year's Eve, 1952. And they gave me a can of corned beef hash that was frozen to eat, and I had to chip it out with my bayonet and let it melt in my mouth. And on that train trip.
Wow.
And then I got to a place where they, I believe they had tents that we stayed in, and we had training for a couple of weeks to find out how they do it there in Korea, and buddy system. And then from there, I was transferred to my unit, and that was L Company 224th Infantry Regiment, 40th Division. What happened was we had to go by truck from this Chuncheon area, and you're in the mountains, and the roads are real narrow, and we're traveling along on the outside edge, and the mountain went up on our left, and here comes two trucks towards us. And the first truck had to get tight to the side, and he hit a big boulder, and it kicked the rear end of his truck out. It hit ours, and our driver turned the wheel to the right and then had to turn it real fast to the left, and we hit the second truck head on.
Wow.
And the way the situation was on my right, it dropped down about 80 feet down to a riverbed, all rocks down there, and then a short ways, maybe 50 feet is a river. And by the driver doing that, saved our lives.
That's amazing. My goodness gracious. Now, you spent how much time in Korea?
We went by the point system, and I was there till after the end into October.
Did you see action?
Oh yes.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, from that trip there, where I was in that accident, nobody was hurt. No, we had so much clothes on, we were cushioned. So I got to my unit, and it was the first day, and we had a sergeant in my platoon that I was in my squad, and there was two Koreans, which they're called Katusas, Koreans attached to the United States Army. And there was two Puerto Ricans that was in there, and 5 Americans, local ones. Some guys came from New York and different places. And so that first day there, I'm out on this mountain, and we were in a bunker. And from there, we were able to go on patrols from there through the lines. We weren't right up on the line there, but we were close enough with a short hop in a Jeep or a 3/4 ton truck, we could get there.
Sounds like it was extremely dangerous service.
Very, very dangerous. Well, that first day, the patrol got hit, and we had to go out and get the wounded. And I went out there, and seeing I wear glasses, I get out there, and it was the medic that was hit. He got a bullet in his ankle. And so we had him on a stretcher, and we had to bring him in. And we had to cross a river, frozen river, and so we put the stretcher down on the ice, and we crawled and pushed it along. Well, with so much clothes on, my glasses steamed up. I had no idea where I was. I couldn't see anything.
Jeez. That's amazing.
This they never account for in the service.
Yeah, I hear you.
And well, we managed to get him into safety, into the medics then.
What was your favorite takeaway from your time in the service, whether it was in Korea or before you were deployed or whatever?
Oh gosh, it's Korea was tough all the way through. Probably when I was in basic training, I was right across from Mexico, Juarez, and I was able to go to bullfights. And when I got paid, I could go there and get a filet mignon dinner for $1.50.
That's a big change from now, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness, Phil.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for coming on. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.